I'm coming at you today with the deep millennial side part to talk about some new makeup releases. Hello and welcome. My name is Rachel if you're new here, and if you're not new here, thank you so much for coming back. This is the roughly weekly series I do here on my channel where I talk about all the new makeup that is being released, launched, sneak peeked, etc. I give you my thoughts, and of course I want to hear your thoughts down below in the comments. I will link the available products in the description box. I also list the Instagram accounts I pull from in the description box. Everything that is on my face will be in a pinned comment, and let's do it. So this release from ColourPop, I was actually really hoping I was gonna get in PR. I'm such a spoiled brat. But I am planning on picking up one of their new Hydra Pop glossy lip stains. These look really interesting. They're a glossy lip stain, as you would imagine. I don't know, I'm very intrigued by these. So it says, introducing our new Hydra Pop glossy lip stain in 7 versatile shades. But wait, there's more. We teamed up with our bestie at Pop Sockets to create this heart-shaped lip holder so you can bring your lippy on the go with any MagSafe compatible phone case, just like the Rode Beauty version that came out a while ago. This hydrating water-based lip stain goes on glossy and leaves behind a long-lasting stain without drying out your pout. I'm excited. I'm excited for it. Oh, it's available at Target as well. It's already available at ColourPop's site, has been for a while, and it is coming to Ulta Beauty on July 6th. Okay, maybe I'll pick it up at Target. I don't necessarily need the pop socket. I feel like that's too clunky for me. I do love a pop socket. I do need one at all times, but I don't know if I need one holding my lip gloss. But $9 for the lip stain, and the pop socket is $20. So yeah, I'm very excited. Let me know if you picked up one of these or a couple shades of these. Let me know if it's something you're interested in. I'm definitely gonna pick it up. I don't know that I'm gonna make a special order on ColourPop's site, but Target, maybe. Especially if it's in store. I doubt it's in store at my store because my Target is very small, but I'm definitely keeping my eye out for it. I'm thinking I want one of the brown shades. Let me know what you think. Dieverune Cosmetics is an indie brand, and they released a new small palette of all shimmers. So this is the Dewdrops Part 2. They did do a Part 1, I believe, last year, and so they've come out with a Part 2. These look absolutely beautiful. It says, the myth, the legend that is Dewdrops from Dieverune Cosmetics now has a Part 2. It retails for $62 and it is available now. They have really, really beautiful shimmers. I do have one of their palettes that has mattes and shimmers in it, and I thought the mattes were okay, but the shimmers are definitely star of the show. Super shiny, shifty shimmers if that's what you're looking for. It says, she's more sparkly, more shifty, more intense, and more magical. These 6 shades have everything you need if you wanted to join the elves and fairies for a midnight rave in the forest. That sounds fun. Who needs glow sticks when you have Dewdrops Part 2? So yeah. Very cool, vegan and cruelty free. I'm not gonna personally pick this up, but I did wanna mention it because I do really enjoy the brand, and I always love supporting indie brands, as you know if you've been here, but let me know if you picked this up. Do you have the version 1, Part 1? Yeah, if you're looking for very sparkly shimmers, it is a good brand to go to. What's going on with ABH, okay? Okay, let me back up. There's a couple of things that they released recently. So this is the new blush creams. It's the Magic Touch Cream, Blush, and Lip Trio. Multi-purpose cream formula for cheeks and lips, features a silky gel-like texture that seamlessly blends with a soft blurred matte finish for a flawless natural look. 3 shades in a compact, and there's 3 different colorways. They're retailing for $38. They are already available. I don't love this trio packaging. I feel like, I don't know, something about it looks a little more drugstore to me. And I feel like it might be hard to get my brush in there unless they're really big pans. I'm not really a big fan of this. I'm not sure why. I don't know if I can explain why, but yeah, I'm not sure how I feel about it. Now, this other launch, they've come out with bronzers. These pictures are just strange. And I was watching a few kind of content creators talk about this launch, and Lynn's Makeup Looks, she did upload something on her story talking about she actually got these in PR, and in person they're definitely leaning more warm than they look in the pictures, because in the pictures they look very cool toned. They look like a contour, and at the picture I'm looking at right now, the top 3 shades look exactly the same. The bottom 3 shades, those two deepest shades look exactly the same. And the picture of the bronzers, of the two deepest bronzers, and then the models that they're showing, I'm not really sure if it matches up, you know? Like they look lighter in the picture, like the individual picture. The pictures are bad. I mean, I'm hoping that's not what they actually look like in person. I'm pretty disappointed in that. So I'm not gonna purchase those. It looks like there's also a Hydra Prime SPF 50 sunscreen. The powder bronzers are launching for $38, the sunscreen for $48. Yeah, I was kind of really shocked by those pictures. They're pretty bad. So anyway, let me know your thoughts. Yeah, okay, so I slide over to the swatches. Even the swatches just look, I don't know. They don't look good. They don't look good. So I'm pretty disappointed in that. Let me know your thoughts on that. That's kind of all I have to say about it. So something I wanted to mention really quickly about ColourPop is they are restocking the New Moon collection. I guess this is the last time. And they did announce it. Oh, today's Thursday. So usually they do their releases and stuff on Thursday. By the time you're seeing this, I don't know if products have sold out, but I will link the New Moon collection down below in the description box if there was something there that you missed out on that you were really interested in. Personally, the eyeshadow palette is one of my favorite palettes I've tried this year. If you've watched my palette ranking for the first half of the year, you know it's one of my favorite palettes I've tried this year. I think it's so good. And the Super Shock, they came out 2 Super Shocks. One of the Super Shocks that is more neutral leaning, love. So if you wanted to pick something up from the collection, they have restocked. Quickly, also, I wanted to mention, I mentioned a while ago that Lancome was coming out with an eyeshadow palette, and at the time, it had only been released in Europe, I believe. So now it is available on their site. It retails for $59. It's called the Idole Cafe Crush. This is something I may pick up. Like, to me, this looks beautiful. Like the embossings in the pan, the neutral color story. I'm curious to see, like the pictures are hard to see exactly what's a matte, what's a shimmer. Let me go on their site really quick.
A few moments later.
All it says is matte and glittery finishes. Now, I've found with high-end brands, they use the word glitter very loosely. Like I have one of the NARS palettes and they use the word glitter and it's not a glitter. It's just sparkly. So if you're weary of pressed glitters, which I am, I doubt it's gonna be a pressed glitter. But it doesn't specify how many mattes or shimmers are in the palette, but I'm very interested in this. I think I'm gonna pick it up, actually. So it says, what it does, these matte and glittery finishes offer the perfect neutrals with a mix of warm and cool tones to add dimension to your everyday me, but better looks and elevate your full glam looks. 12 shades, I think I'm gonna get it. I know it's probably boring to a lot of you, but I'm kind of boring. I'm in my boring era. Do you know what is not boring is this new collection from Artitude Cosmetics. I'm sorry if I'm pronouncing this wrong. Arcana. It says, in lands lost to legends, dragons soared alongside sorcerers, keepers of the arcane, guardians of sacred beauty forged in magic and mystery. So there's an eyeshadow palette. There's also 2 highlighters. The palette looks really pretty. If you like purples, greens, that kind of color story, it looks really pretty. I think it would be perfect for the spring and summer. Of course, it's already summer now, but really stunning. I've not tried the brand yet. They're definitely on my radar. Definitely a brand I want to try at some point. They are an indie brand out of the UK. So the shipping to America is quite expensive. There was one release I was going to pick up and I kind of changed my mind because the skipping. It's been a while since I've filmed a new makeup releases. The shipping was a little pricey. And this color story is not perfect for me. It's not really something that I'm living, breathing, dying for. So I think I'm gonna pass on this. The highlighters look really pretty. Oh, I guess they're also coming out with 5 new magnetic multichrome singles as well. That's really fun. So I just have a picture of the model with one of the highlights on her face. It looks like an iridescent highlighter, maybe a little bit of green in there. Absolutely beautiful. So I believe this collection is already available at the moment that you are seeing this. So I will link their website down below. Let me know if you picked anything up. Let me know if you're planning on picking anything up. Definitely a brand that's on my radar, but I think I'm gonna skip on this release.
2 hours later.
I just took quite a few minutes to look up this collaboration. I was excited for it, but I'm not so excited anymore. So Tarte is collaborating with Dunkin' Donuts. Listen, I'm from New England, okay? I love me Dunkin' Donuts. I mean, not so much anymore that I've been away from New England for so long, but when I was growing up, through my teens, through my 20s, Dunkin' Donuts was life. Like iced coffee in the dead of winter. Like it didn't matter. Used to go to Dunkin' every single day for the most part. And so I love Dunkin' Donuts. I lived down the street from the original one for a while. So, I mean, I do love me some Dunkin' Donuts. And I remember Elf did a collab with Dunkin' Donuts quite a few years ago. And I actually enjoyed a lot of the products in the collection. So Tarte's collaboration, they're doing 3 of their Maracuja lip products or lip lines with collaboration, but the only difference is the cap says Tarte Dunkin' and they have a little charm attached to them. That's it. I thought they were going to be like interesting different scents or like donut scented things or like it's just the exact thing they already have. It just has a charm on it. I don't like that. To me, it's just kind of like lazy. If you love it, I'm happy for you, but for me, I'm just like, I thought it was going to be a little more exciting than that. So I'm a little disappointed. It is available now. I will link it down below if you're interested, but I wish that they smelled like donuts or something. You know what I mean? Charlotte Tilbury is coming out with a blush stick. So it's the Unreal Blush Healthy Glow Sticks. Glides on and melts into the skin for an effortless glow and soft wash of buildable color in 6 shades. It is already available at Sephora, $42 per blush stick. Quite pricey, but it's Charlotte Tilbury we're talking about. This is something I would be intrigued by, but I don't want to spend $42 on it. I'd rather get it on sale. So I'm going to wait, maybe it goes on sale or there is a Sephora sale or something. The peach one looks stunning. What does it say about finish? Ultra hydrating luminous blush. That makes me pause a little bit. I don't mind it being glowy or hydrating, but ultra hydrating luminous? We'll see. Really pretty colors. I enjoy Charlotte Tilbury's products for the most part that I've tried, so that's cool. Let me know what you think about this. I think for now I'll skip on it. I do love me a blush stick. It's very tempting. Persona Cosmetics. I was just talking about them a couple of episodes ago saying like, where have they been? They haven't released anything new in so long. And what do you know? They're dropping a new product. So this is Meet, our first ever volumizing tubing mascara, our newest addition to the Persona lineup. Available June 20th, which you are already seeing this by June 20th. Lengthens your natural lashes, volumizes and defines without clumps, made in Italy, removes effortlessly with just warm water, vegan, cruelty-free, and gluten-free. Gluten-free. Question, if you have a gluten intolerance, does it matter that your mascara is gluten-free? I'd be interested to know. Would that make you irritated? It looks like it comes in brown and black. I think if they release this at Ulta and I'm building a cart, I would throw this in. I'm not gonna make a special order for it though, but I'm happy to see them back. I have not tried too many things from the brand. Have I tried anything? Oh, I have their Identity eyeshadow palette. I had both of their Identity 1 and 2. I think I decluttered the 2. I have the 1 still. Gorgeous palette, gorgeous palette. Used to be one of my favorites. So I'd be interested in trying their products. Maybe I'll make an order on their site and get a couple of things. I remember when they first showed their powder blushes ages ago, that was something I really wanted at the time, but it wasn't in my budget, you know, years ago. So anyway, let me know if you enjoy the brand. Let me know if you're gonna pick this up. What do you like from the brand if you enjoy the brand? What is a product you would suggest to me? I know some of you mentioned their eyeliners, their lip liners. So Unearthly Cosmetics, they released, I saw, and I forgot to mention it because it sold out. I think it sold out pretty quickly. They had released a mystery palette, or they sent out an email, they put on their socials, they were doing a mystery palette, and they had hinted about it being green, having greens in it. And at the time, I didn't end up purchasing it. I'm always not sure about Unearthly if I'm gonna get things in PR or not, and there's been quite a few times I've purchased something and then they've sent it to me in PR and I've had doubles. So I'm usually holding off with Unearthly. Anyway, I held off on it. But then they said they ended up restocking and they actually showed the palette. So it says Mystery Unlocked. Meet Shadow Sculpt Ghoul Garden, our 2025 mystery palette for the green lovers. We have some available for pre-order and it still ships in July. So yeah, and I know Amanda had posted that Unearthly is on a shipping hiatus. This isn't shipping till July anyway. I'm gonna go onto their site. So the mystery palette retails for $68. And it looks beautiful. It looks beautiful. I love greens. I love greens, and it's interesting. I'm not sure, but from this Instagram reel I'm looking at, it looks like the pan shapes are different than usual. I'm curious about that. I wonder if it's a different lab or what. I'm very curious. Like I said, I'm not sure if I'm getting this in PR. I'm gonna wait, I think, a little bit closer to the ship date. If I don't get it, I will buy it, because Unearthly is one of my favorite brands. I really, really love the brand, but I'm gonna hold off for now. But yes, it looks gorgeous. Let me know if you picked it up or if you ordered it for pre-order, what your thoughts are. I'm excited for it. All right, and that is it for this new makeup releases. I hope you enjoyed it. Leave me a comment down below letting me know your thoughts on any of the releases either that I talked about today, or are there any releases I didn't talk about today that you are excited about? Let me know down in the comments, and I will see you very soon for another video. Bye.